Welcome to Newsmakers. My name is Shawn Smith. I'm the Assistant Director of Community Relations for Chesterfield County Public Schools. Join us today, Renae Tillar and Stephanie Ricketts. Welcome to you both. Now, for our viewers out there, Renae, you're a social studies teacher, both at Fallen Creek Middle School, and Stephanie, you're a Spanish teacher at the school. Thank you for all that you do each and every day. We wanted to talk a little bit today, in the short time we do have, about a great event that took place. We're taping this now. The event took place actually last week, but the Night at the Living Museum. And Renae, talk to us a little bit about the program and how you came up with the name of the program and what really happened.
The program is called A Night at the Living Museum. What I wanted to do was to incorporate the community and the school. A lot of times we hear about the negative things that are happening at school, and this was a way to show the positive things and what wonderful students we have at Fallen Creek. And what they do is they dress up as the person, and they're in character. They can choose whoever they want in history, and then they portray that person that night.
And obviously there's a lot of work that goes into it. And then as you think about this, you talked about why you wanted to start this, the different concepts that are out there. How did the students decide what they wanted to be? How did you work with them in those decisions?
Well, we started out going into the computer lab, and they got to go on and just kind of look at biographies of different historians and then choose who they wanted to be from that. Some of them came in class and they already knew who they wanted to be. Yeah, and they researched their person and then they wrote a biography about that person.
So is it really kind of a culmination, I guess, almost, of some of the work they'd done to come to the event?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's pretty amazing to think about that whole process. And Stephanie, as you, with the event itself, when the guests came there, kind of paint the visual, if you will, what it looked like and what was happening at the actual event.
Sure. Well, the guests came in, and first we went into the auditorium where they were presented with different performers. We had students who had prepared a dance that they had in their culture, and they got together and it was student driven. And then we had some other performers from the community who put on performances for the audience to see. And then they could go into the cafeteria and try some of the food that the students had made and look at their projects, which were trifold posters that they had researched on different countries and some masks that represent Dia de los Muertos.
And obviously it's a great event, and it sounds like people had a lot of fun there. But as we're talking about the preparation that went into it from a student's perspective, and you really had that event, what was the response from the students in the sense of what were they, obviously tied to the curriculum, but what were they learning from all that emphasis put behind it?
They were learning about different cultures, so they had to incorporate not only how much it would cost to go to a different country to fly and to stay there, but what you might see when you get to that country and what kind of language you would use there every day during your vacation or something like that. So they got to see not just language, but also the culture and a real life situation that they might come into.
And with the event itself, is this something that you had heard about before, or how did you decide that this is going to be the event for your school?
I actually did it last year. That was the first time, and it went off. It was such a success. I said, let's do it again. And the students came to me and were like, Miss Tillar, we're going to do it again. And I was like, sure. They were really excited and eager to do it again.
And as you think about kind of the response from the students and the staff, what was the response really from the community at large?
All I heard were, this is amazing, this is great. Every comment was positive. Mm-hmm. The audience was really impressed.
And as you look going forward, it's something you think you'll do again in the coming years?
I don't think my students would not let me do it. And they're talking about it. What are we going to do again? Can we do it in the springtime? And I'm like, maybe. We'll see.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on a successful event. We know we'll probably have you back here again for another successful event next year.
Thank you.
Thank you to our viewers. Please join us next time. More about Chesterfield County Public Schools.